In this video, I will show you how you can integrate CodeSoft label design software with SAP HANA in order to use data from SAP HANA on your CodeSoft label. SAP HANA is a popular cloud-based data source used by SAP Enterprise Resource Planning systems as well as other applications. Please note that these instructions are the same for LabelView. To begin, I've created an instance of a data source in my trial of SAP HANA here. I'm going to go ahead and copy this endpoint to use when I connect in CodeSoft. You can see here that my instance is running, and I've created a table of persons in this cloud data source. Notice that the first three records that appear in black are already in the data source, and Bob Anderson is currently green, meaning I have not submitted this officially into the data source yet. In order to create the connection in CodeSoft or LabelView, you start by launching the ODBC connection. You add one, and you select the HDB ODBC 32 source that you can install from SAP HANA. From here, you give it a name. You can give it a description. This is where the endpoint that I copied comes in handy. You get rid of the port number and you put that port number right here. This is not a multi-tenant database, but it does support that, and we are connecting using SSL. From here we can test our connection simply by putting in the name and the password that we created when we made our cloud database. And we can see that the ODBC connection is able to connect. Now, we have it here. After you've created your ODBC data source, you could call it quits and simply create that connection on a label, but I like to create an OLE to ODBC connection in an effort to make it easier to use for the people who need to print the labels. The OLE connection allows you to store the name and password within it. So I simply select my ODBC data source I made, populate my name and password, tell it that I'd like it to save that name and password, test my connection, give it a name, and then I'm ready to populate that variable information onto my label. From here, I can simply say I want to create a new database, select my OLE connection, pick my persons table, tell it I'd like to use all the records, click OK. I don't need to save the query for the demo, but you certainly can in a production capacity, and populate my information onto my label template. From here, I can scroll through the available records. I can look at the query results of everything. Notice we just have 3 records. If I come back to our database and save my Bob Anderson record here, you see it's officially been submitted. And now in CodeSoft, when I run my query again, that data becomes available because we have a live connection to the SAP HANA Cloud database. That wraps up today's tech tip video on how to integrate CodeSoft label design software with SAP HANA. For more information, visit our website at techlinks.com or visit our support center at support.techlinks.com. Thank you for allowing us to help you barcode better.